These were taken at the West Highland Police Station, 1984. You were there. These were taken today.
You have to let me see my son. He's in great danger.
You don't know what it's like to try to kill.
When Terminator 2: Judgment Day hit theaters in 1991, it wasn't just another sequel, it was a revolution in filmmaking, storytelling, and visual effects that forever changed the landscape of science fiction cinema. Directed by James Cameron, the film took everything that made the original Terminator a cult phenomenon and amplified it into a grand, emotional, and visually stunning experience. This wasn't just a continuation of the story, it was a complete evolution. From the very first frame, the movie delivers a sense of scale and purpose that few films at the time could match. The haunting vision of a future ruled by machines set the tone for a story that combined raw action, deep emotion, and philosophical weight about destiny, humanity, and survival. The story follows a young John Connor, the future leader of the human resistance, who is living in Los Angeles as a rebellious teenager. His mother, Sarah Connor, has become a hardened warrior, obsessed with preparing her son for a war that hasn't happened yet. When two Terminators are sent back in time, one to protect John and one to kill him, the stage is set for one of the most iconic battles in film history. Arnold Schwarzenegger's return as the T-800, now reprogrammed to protect instead of destroy, added a powerful layer of irony and emotional depth to the narrative. The same cold killing machine that once hunted Sarah Connor now becomes the guardian of her son. This shift not only redefined the character, but also created one of the most beloved heroes in movie history. The film's emotional heart lies in the relationship between John, Sarah, and the Terminator. At its core, Judgment Day is not just about machines and explosions, it's about the meaning of humanity. As John teaches the Terminator compassion, humor, and the value of life, we witness the mechanical soldier slowly evolving into something more than metal and code. Sarah, on the other hand, represents the loss of innocence. Her transformation from a terrified waitress in the first film to a hardened fighter symbolizes the burden of knowledge and the trauma of foresight. She knows the apocalypse is coming, and that knowledge has stripped her of softness. Yet through the bond between her son and the Terminator, she begins to rediscover fragments of her own humanity. Technically, the movie was light years ahead of its time. James Cameron pushed the boundaries of what was possible in cinema by introducing groundbreaking visual effects that still hold up decades later. The liquid metal T-1000, portrayed by Robert Patrick, became an instant cinematic icon. Created using early computer-generated imagery, the T-1000's morphing abilities stunned audiences around the world. It was sleek, terrifying, and unstoppable, a perfect evolution of the original Terminator design. Every movement of the T-1000 was a showcase of innovation, blending CGI with practical effects so seamlessly that it still feels real. Cameron's obsession with detail and realism paid off, resulting in a film that looked unlike anything audiences had ever seen before. The action sequences in Judgment Day are legendary. From the motorcycle chase through the Los Angeles flood canals to the climactic showdown in the steel mill, every scene is choreographed with precision and intensity. The film's pacing never falters, it shifts effortlessly between moments of quiet tension and explosive chaos. The use of practical stunts and real vehicles gives the film a visceral sense of weight and danger. The iconic scene where the Terminator rides a Harley-Davidson through the canal, shotgun in hand, became an enduring symbol of cinematic cool. Each action set piece builds upon the last, driving the story forward rather than merely existing for spectacle. Beyond the visual and technical marvels, the film's script stands out for its thematic depth. It delves into the nature of fate and free will, questioning whether humanity can change its destiny. Sarah's haunting words, "There is no fate but what we make for ourselves," capture the film's central message. Even though the future seems written, the film suggests that choice and compassion can alter the course of history. This idea resonated deeply with audiences and elevated the movie beyond simple science fiction into something profound and enduring. The emotional connection between characters, combined with the philosophical undertones, gave Judgment Day a sense of purpose that most action films rarely achieve. The performances are nothing short of iconic. Arnold Schwarzenegger delivered what is arguably his most memorable role, blending stoic strength with subtle warmth. His portrayal of the T-800 evolves beautifully throughout the film, from an unfeeling protector to a figure capable of understanding human emotion. Linda Hamilton's performance as Sarah Connor is equally powerful. She completely transformed herself from the vulnerable woman of the first film into a battle-hardened survivor. Her physical and emotional intensity makes Sarah one of the strongest female characters ever put on screen. Edward Furlong, as the young John Connor, brought a mix of innocence and defiance that perfectly balanced the two adult leads. And Robert Patrick's T-1000 remains one of the most chilling villains in cinematic history, calm, precise, and utterly relentless. The film's soundtrack, composed by Brad Fiedel, reinforced its identity with a perfect mix of mechanical rhythms and emotional undertones. The main theme, with its pounding metallic beat and haunting melody, became instantly recognizable. It captures the duality of the film, the cold, industrial world of machines contrasted with the fragile humanity fighting against them. Each note drives the story forward, emphasizing both tension and heart. The music became an inseparable part of the Terminator legacy, defining the atmosphere and emotion of every moment. Cinematographically, the film is a masterpiece. Adam Greenberg's camera work captures both the grandeur of the apocalyptic world and the intimacy of human struggle. The use of lighting, especially during the night scenes and the steel mill finale, creates a mood that is both bleak and beautiful. The visuals convey a sense of constant danger and motion, mirroring the theme of time running out. Cameron's direction ensures that every frame serves a purpose, whether it's showcasing technological terror or human resilience. The balance between emotion and spectacle is precise, making each scene memorable and meaningful. Terminator 2 was also a cultural phenomenon. It wasn't just a box office success, it became a global event. People quoted its lines, mimicked its gestures, and adopted its imagery into popular culture. Phrases like "hasta la vista," "baby" became instantly iconic, crossing language barriers and generations. The film's influence extended far beyond the screen, inspiring video games, comics, theme park attractions, and countless imitators. It redefined what audiences expected from a sequel, setting a new benchmark for storytelling and visual effects. The movie's success proved that action films could be intelligent, emotional, and technically brilliant all at once. At its heart, Judgment Day is a story about humanity's struggle with its own creations. It warns of a future where technology surpasses control, where artificial intelligence becomes the enemy of its maker. Yet it also shows hope that empathy and understanding can overcome destruction. The T-800's final sacrifice, lowering itself into molten steel while saying, "I know now why you cry, but it's something I can never do," stands as one of the most emotional moments in film history. It encapsulates the paradox at the center of the movie, a machine learning the meaning of human emotion just as it meets its end. That single scene embodies everything the film stands for: redemption, sacrifice, and the fragile beauty of being human. Over the years, Terminator 2 has remained timeless. Its practical effects still look extraordinary, its performances still resonate, and its message still feels relevant. In an age increasingly dominated by artificial intelligence and automation, the film's warning about technological dependence feels more prophetic than ever. Yet, despite its dark vision of the future, it remains hopeful. It reminds audiences that the future is not fixed, and that human choice still matters. That blend of spectacle and soul is what has kept the film alive in popular memory for decades. Every generation that discovers Terminator 2 finds something new in it, whether it's the thrilling action, the groundbreaking visuals, or the deep emotional core. It continues to inspire filmmakers and audiences alike, standing as a testament to what cinema can achieve when technology and storytelling work in perfect harmony. Few movies manage to be both thrilling entertainment and philosophical reflection, but Judgment Day does exactly that. It isn't just a movie about machines fighting humans. It's a story about what it means to be human in a world that's rapidly changing. Even today, the legacy of Terminator 2: Judgment Day endures as one of the greatest achievements in modern filmmaking. It represents a rare balance of heart, intelligence, and innovation. Every frame, every line, and every explosion serves a purpose. It's a film that continues to remind the world that even in the darkest possible future, hope, love, and humanity can still shine through the chaos. And that message, above all, is what makes it a timeless masterpiece.